this is going to be a wave type of pour. We want this type of cell reaction. And so we are going to have the Amsterdam titanium white, the Floetrol, the water, but then we're going to add a little bit of Deco Art satin enamel. This is very thin. That's very thin. And I don't have enough of this to cover the canvas. Okay, good. I'm going to move all this out of the way. Clean myself up a little bit. All right, let's see if we can get something good out of this combination. I am going to put this on a spinner so that I can move it around. I'm going to get my paints out of the way a bit. And we are going to do this as an open cup pour. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pour the paints into that cup. And then we're going to invert it onto the canvas. All right, here we go. So I want a little bit of white on the bottom because I want that to come out last. And then I'm going to start in with my colors. And I'm going to start out with the greenish blue. I'll let it run down the side. Then I'm going to go with the darker Prussian blue. Let it run down the side, and that's very thick. That I need to thin out. Then I'm going to go in with the metallic blue. And my silver. And then I'm going to start over. All right, here we go. So we take this cup, we invert the canvas on top of it, and flip it over. We're gonna let that sit and drip for a minute because we want all of that paint to, you see what's going on around that cup. We want that down on the canvas as well. And for this, I'm gonna put gloves on because it's gonna get messy. Just for the paint to flow. Give it something to move on top of. All right, we ready? We're ready. We're going to flip this up. And look at that in the cup. That is so cool. And you can sit here and fiddle with it a little bit. If you wish. We do need to torch it to get the air bubbles out because I see a lot of them. I think the first thing I'm going to do is take this for a bit of a spin. It was not level at all. All right, so we're just going to tilt. And I'm going to tilt. All right, let's start tilting. We want to get paint. We want to find where the weight of the paint is and try to keep it in the middle. Start over the edge, but I want it back here a little bit more before I start going over the edge. Then we're going to go that way. I want to bring it back to the middle. I'm going to take it down a little bit. I'm going to go over to this side. Pour it off that edge. Get it back to the middle. And I know if you're watching this on a phone, you're actually tilting the phone as I am tilting the painting, because I do it all the time when I'm watching. Alright, so then we're going to go. Now we need to get back to the middle, and I really want it to start going off the edge. As it is all dripping down my arm. Alright, let's see what that's going to do. I see some stuff in it I'm not fond of. So I'm going to put it back on here. I do need to torch it. I can see some clouds starting to form over here and then right in here. But I've got some gunk in here. So I'm going to try and pull it out while I can still see it. We're going to give it another torch. Because that heat's going to make the bubbles pop, and it's going to bring the paint from the bottom. We got some big boulders in this one. It's pretty cool. I am a mess. Okay, so the next thing you want to do, you want to look around. If you have it on a spinner, that's great. Look around, see these corners? Corners missed, just take and dab. Dab up those corners, get some paint on them. Make sure your sides are covered. I just covered that side, I'm sure you could see it. That corner wasn't covered, and that corner wasn't covered. But I think the rest of the sides look pretty good. And I'm not liking right there. So I think I'm going to try and have some of that come off. Or at least, yeah, that's better. I'm not. Get the paint back toward me a little bit. See some things I don't like. I don't like these little eyes I'm seeing. So we can just twirl through it with a color that is in the painting or not, and see if we can get something better out of it. Because I don't like those little eyeballs. Now this did not cloud up as well as I wanted it to. It might as it sits, which I think it will. And fiddling with it is just perfectly okay. You can actually create some pretty cool stuff by blowing on it or using a balloon bop. Gotta go a little more of this. All right, let's see what happens in a couple of minutes when these bubbles start to form. Keep rolling. Yeah, this is starting to bubble up. So you're not going to really know when to call it done. You got to watch it for a little while, fix things you don't like, and say, I'm done. While it's still nice and wet, you can't fiddle with it though. You can fiddle with it a lot. So I see an octopus in here. Okay, I appreciate that. This is a nice sea monster. There's a fish starting to develop right there too. I'm gonna eat it. Can you see it, Michelle?
Yeah.
I don't know what an octopus's eyes look like. I didn't like that. Oh yeah, I do. These look like a scary monster octopus. Oh my goodness. And oh, by the way, when you start seeing something in these paintings, play with it. That's good. That's how you learn. Do we want silver eyes or white eyes? Or big red scary eyes? I'm cracking myself up. And he does look like he's after this fish. I like him. He's scary looking. I almost have a jellyfish here. And this is what I mean by play. I love it. Leave it alone. Stop. Not what I had in mind, but oh my goodness, we got a squid coming face right here. All right. Send it off to the drying rack. So to scrape the drips, just take a stir stick. I was going for something similar to this when we made the video. I got close, it was a little too dark, but then all of a sudden these shapes started coming up, and one was this octopus, and then there's 3 little jellyfishes you can see, which were very fun to embellish once the painting started coming to life. So if you think you've messed up, give it a minute, wait, see what pops. And then you can always take acrylic pens and go over, or take a stick and run through the silvers and the golds and make whatever you want if you see something that strikes you. So this is not the best thing I've ever seen. I love this. Was the first one I ever did. It just makes me feel a little dark, a little spacey. Hard to tell if that's a space shot or the ocean rising, but I love the ocean rising in my imagination. Remember, this is all abstract art. You can make it whatever you want. It's whatever you see in it. And so, like I said, if you start seeing these jellyfish, go ahead, outline them. Take a skewer, make it better. You could do a spider the same way, because this looks really like a spider to me on the bottom. And I can see a few more places where I would have done either a jellyfish, another squid, or another octopus, and I still can, because I could take acrylic pens and draw in whatever I want. To me, this would be in a kid's room. I would put this in a kid's room if this is a child who has a love of ocean and sea creatures, then I would put this definitely in the kids' room. We will be showing you more paintings very soon. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.